right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Someone please call 911. Tell them I just got shot down and the bullets in my heart
And it's piercing through my soul.
I feel my body
Yo, Wyclef has to be the most passionate can't sing singer in the world.
I have no idea why that song popped into my head. That was not a prepared. I was like, oh,
That's so funny.
if I was president. Oh my God. What's
But
up,
it's
y'all?
great.
Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shots.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Hi, everybody.
That's one of your best intros. I'm just gonna say.
I'm not gonna lie. I like that one too. Yeah.
It's really
Oh my God. How's everybody?
A little cold.
Oh, you got order one of those off Instagram?
No. Culture King.
Culture Kings. Okay, I got a Culture Kings ad for those.
Oh.
I ordered a fucking Michael Scott and
I was
a
gonna get Stanley.
who did I get a Stanley or did I get a no, I got a Kevin and a Michael.
That's fine.
okay. Well, I'm missing out because I need one now.
Are you an Office fan?
I need something different.
Oh, okay.
I need something that looks like that, but different theme.
All right. Well,
I got this one. It has this girl on it. It says like Blades or some shit like that.
Yeah,
It's pretty similar.
that's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
yeah. She just got out the shower, had the towel
Mhm.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got to bring those back.
I actually, not gonna lie, that Nikki Blades t-shirt, like I wear it all the time. It's really comfortable. It's like as far as how shirts fit me, it's one of my favorite shirts.
Thank you. There was a lot that went into that because I don't like when influencers or celebrities do these little like drops and the quality is just terrible.
Mm.
So I wanted to make sure that it felt nice.
Speaking of which, Goodie Brand
Easy
has so
plug right
much
off
shit
top.
that we just dropped.
Here, let me help you.
Thank you.
Let me help you.
These right. We had a design. One.
Okay, if
That
you're just
does-
listening to this, you have to come back and watch the struggle.
Or just listen to the noises. Hold on. Okay. So I'm just gonna. These shirts right here we dropped. This says. What does this shit say? I forgot what it says.
Says, give them the flowers while they can still smell them.
Now
we
you
did. All right. And a picture of that with no pants comes with every purchase. Signed.
But yeah, we dropped so many things, so y'all should go to Goodie Brand because we got a lot of dope stuff up right now.
Yeah.
Nikki Blades, would you like? I see you were drinking a cold brew coffee.
I am.
And so check this out. The other day when I was doing Dudes Behind the Foods with David, it was early and I bought us some espresso because I've been just drinking espresso lately. But I was like, yo, what if what can I mix with this espresso, right? And I'm just gonna go with the regular Bailey's Beto Peep Game.
He's bilingual now.
He's an alcoholic. That's what it is.
This is Bailey's Almande.
Oh,
If we're saying it in French, but if it's Spanish, it's Almande. But it's Bailey's almond milk liqueur,
mm.
and it's gluten-free, dairy-free.
Look at that. So your stomach is gonna be okay?
It's gonna be fine.
Oh, actually, no. The coffee might do something to it.
No, I'm okay.
Oh,
I'm
you
okay
good?
with that. Yeah.
Can I have some?
Yeah.
Please.
Almond.
You.
What if Bailey's is like, it's actually called Almond D?
Yeah, this is almond, dude. Tell me when. Get a nice little. Oh, look at that! It looks like a little Starbucks drink.
Oh, thank you. That's good. I think. I'm gonna be shaken and drunk.
Yeah, perfect.
Be cracked out. Woo.
Okay, so. Okay, I'm just gonna pour myself a little bit here, and then. Cheers.
I know you guys like that sound. You like that? I think I should try the ASMR thing one time.
But you didn't even whisper.
Do you like that?
Take you a sip. I want to see how you feel.
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
That shit tastes like Play-Doh.
Does it?
It tastes like Play-Doh.
Well, I disagree.
It's
That's funny.
Well,
I think it messed up my coffee.
We ruined your cold brew.
Ruined my cold. I am not the biggest almond milk or oat milk person. I'm not a fan of it.
I like oat milk.
You like oat milk?
Yeah.
Can you tell me why?
Because it tastes better than almond milk. I was just like, oh, okay. This is more doable than almond milk. Yeah. But I like vanilla almond milk.
See, vanilla almond milk, delicious. Honey almond milk, really good. Honey vanilla. Oat milk to me, low key tastes like dust. Like it just doesn't do it for me. I just think of the powder at the bottom of the oats, and that is what I'm drinking mixed with water.
Well, I mean, after so many years now of like conditioning myself to not drink milk and not eat cheese, your boy has trained myself to tolerate oat milk and almond milk and vegan cheese. So that's just great to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do regular milk anymore, but I don't like almond milk.
It's okay.
Well, I'm gonna drink mine and have a good time.
Yeah. Do you? I mean, I'm still gonna drink it because I like alcohol.
Right.
I just thought I'd give an honest opinion of it.
It's not mixed enough. His looks better.
Yeah, his does look better. Mine
Maybe
is
he
settled.
poured too much. He did pour more in yours.
Yeah,
than
mine
you
is
did.
settled.
I told her to tell me when.
Well,
You did.
I like alcohol, so I thought the flavor just wasn't what I was expecting. I was.
You thought it was gonna be a little sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, it's not that sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard liqueur. I heard almond. I heard Bailey's. I was expecting something different. It's okay. I'm gonna drink my Play-Doh.
One time I went to I don't know, some restaurant with this girl, and she never had Cholula before. So I was like, "What? Bro, yeah, you gotta get some Cholula." And for whatever reason, she told me to put it on, and I'm talking like, dude, it's so good, and I put so much on accident, and she bit it, and she's okay, yeah, I guess the flavor's theirs. I think you gotta put too much though.
Oh my God.
My bad. Yeah. My bad. We can switch. We can switch these places. We had the same shit. Yeah. I put so much.
My dad, when we had the restaurant, one of these old Thai dudes, I was gonna call this guy my dad's homie, but I think my dad didn't really like him. So I'm not gonna say that. But so for some reason, this dude, old Thai man, had never had wasabi before, right? So they had bought some sashimi like they do sometimes. They would like have a bunch of food, but they would always just buy randomly, like put sashimi on the table as an option too, right? Had the sashimi there, had the wasabi and the soy sauce. And this man, everyone was just kind of talking, and he's looking at it. I'm seeing him like he's curious, right? He takes a big old scoop of that shit on his piece. And it's funny because I'm watching him the whole time. I didn't like this fool either, so I didn't say shit. So he leans over. Huh?
Is it who I'm thinking
of?
No.
This is a while ago. He leans over. He leans over the table, and it's so funny because he leaned all the way to get his dip. As soon as it hit his mouth, he said, and sunk right back into his chair. Held his nose and was there for with minutes. Just like, God.
Oh fuck, that's so funny. Without a warning, he had no idea it was gonna do.
It wasn't like, yo, I dare you, or hey, have some of this. He was just chilling, and I was chilling, watching him, just stewing, not saying shit, waiting on him to do it. Then he had a heart attack and died. It was fucked up.
Oh wow, he killed him.
Pretty sweet.
Hey man, everybody wants to save cash this time of year, and America's Best Value Meal Kit helps you do just that, okay? EveryPlate is 15% cheaper than grocery shopping, which means you can put the money you save towards gifts for your friends, family, or your lady, or whoever, you know? At first, I thought meal kits had to be expensive, but now I'm convinced you can get the same convenience and deliciousness at a much lower price with EveryPlate, all right? EveryPlate's quality ingredients come pre-portioned to help you save money and reduce food waste, like that bag of greens you throw out every week. Facts. EveryPlate recipes feature high-quality produce and ingredients delivered right to your front door and ready to eat in 6 simple steps. You can choose between 25 weekly recipes from their ever-changing menu and even swap out proteins and sides to your liking, all right? Now that I use EveryPlate, I'm saving time and I don't have to go grocery shopping and cook all the time, so I can actually spend more time with my little baby. She's so cute. She's so hyper. She wants all my energy, and now I have the time and energy to give to her. Get your first box for just $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com/podcast and enter the code NoChaser149. Like I said, get started with EveryPlate for just $1.49 per meal on your first box by going to everyplate.com/podcast and enter code NoChaser149. That's up to $110 value. Now that's just lit. What is HelloFresh? With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep, okay? Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. It's the most festive time of the year, and HelloFresh is here to help make the most of every moment. From holiday hosting to dinners during busy weeknights, you can count on HelloFresh to deliver fresh ingredients and seasonal recipes. 'Tis the season for saving money wherever we can. HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout, so you can use those savings for holiday gifts or treat yourself. Now, I love HelloFresh because I'm a family man, and now I have a pregnant wife and a little hyper-ass toddler, so I need all the time I can get. HelloFresh makes it easy. I'm not a cook, but now thanks to HelloFresh, I can feel like one. So go to HelloFresh.com/NoChaser18 and use code NoChaser18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. One more time, go to HelloFresh.com/NoChaser18 and use code NoChaser18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
Besides the Cholula moment, have you ever been so excited for someone to try something and then watch them fake it like they liked it?
No, but I got really into scooping ice cream at one point in my life.
Hilarious.
Hold on, wait. Say that again.
Scooping ice cream.
Oh.
It became a thing for me. A brief period of time, right?
Okay.
Only because, have you ever scooped ice cream before?
I have scooped ice cream before.
Is it easy for you?
No.
Okay. So we're not alone in that. It's difficult.
Yeah.
But Rite Aid, it's so fucking easy for them, right?
Okay.
So I was looking at why. They always dip their scooper in water first.
Right.
Right? First, I thought it was the type of scooper. But
Mhm.
no, it's the fucking water.
Yeah.
It makes it cut through. It's kind of like a lubricant almost.
Okay.
So it doesn't get stuck. So I started making these perfect fucking ice cream cones. So as soon as people came over, I was like, yo, I get to flex my fucking ice cream scooping skills.
Oh my God.
And for whatever reason, the water did not do the trick.
No.
For real?
Yeah. I produced the most broken, crumbly.
Oh.
I was sad, man. Because I was bigging it up. I was talking that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, but I thought you said you were already making perfect ice cream.
I was until people came over and I tried to give them one,
Damn.
and it just did not work.
Wow.
The water didn't work. It was unsalvageable. I
Damn.
was so hurt.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah.
It was like it reminded me of so she is pregnant again.
Mhm.
If y'all didn't know that. She's getting
Congratulations.
Thanks. She's getting real pregnant. Like she's her belly getting big, right? And now she's, the baby's kicking and shit now. And so, but I swear, for the past like 3 weeks, she'll be like, "Oh, the baby's kicking like crazy right now. Come touch." As soon as I put my hand there, nothing. Crickets, right? And so I was like, this shit made me laugh. I was like, little Warner Brothers frog in there, right? Knowing she wasn't gonna get the reference. Do you get the reference?
The WB frog?
Yeah, right. But do you understand like the joke?
No.
Okay, so
The tap dancing frog?
yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
So in the original cartoon, this dude finds this frog that tap dances,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get rich off this frog."
Now I remember.
Now you
Okay,
remember,
yeah.
and every time you try to show somebody, it would
Mhm.
just be like limp and not
Yeah.
do shit, right? So I was like, and in my head, I'm like, let's see if she can get this reference. So I'm like, hey, little Warner Brothers frog in there. She's like, I don't know what that means.
So funny. I always say that to girls in those situations, knowing they have no idea what I'm talking about. Never explain it. But what I kind of dislike, they never question it either.
Mm.
Like, bitch, you listening or not?
They just
I
hit
know
you-
you didn't get that.
Just hit you with the mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That is
girl, this nigga be talking about frogs all the time.
right.
That is why I appreciated Chia admitting that she didn't
Yes.
know, because I feel like, let me ask you this, Nikki Blades.
Uh-huh.
Why do girls, when they don't get jokes, why do they ignore it? Because for me,
Because they don't want to look stupid.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
I can tell y'all when I don't get the joke because I clearly have it written all over my face. I am looking at you like, what the fuck? And Tim will be like, you're supposed to laugh. I was like, I don't understand it, but I'm not going to laugh if I don't know what you're talking about. But it's really about looking dumb.
Okay, I get that. And to be fair, I've been in the car with like me and Rick and some other people, and me and Rick, I know, like, we kind of joke-wise especially connect on a level that a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
So I will never shame someone for not. There's some shit people will get shamed for. But sometimes me and Rick will be on this level and I'm like, I know none of y'all got that shit.
Yeah. The inside joke.
Times will explain. But
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
that's stupid.
I feel like girls were taught super young, if you like a guy, laugh at his jokes, right? Just big him up, make him feel good. So most of the girls don't want to hurt your ego. Like, oh, he's trying to be funny. Maybe he's putting a little effort in. You just laugh whether you know it or not. But nowadays, if you don't want them to laugh, they will just look at you.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. When you're actually funny,
You don't
you
have to force it.
you get real laughs, so you can tell when they're fake laughing.
Ah.
And then you're like, you didn't get that. Look.
and then you have to explain it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so is it annoying? Because I have a thing now that I do to Chia all the time. I think she gets a little annoyed. Where I like to explain all the jokes. But if I feel like she doesn't get it, like we'll be watching the movie, I'll be like, see, that's funny because blah, blah, blah. Some old shit. She's like, and sometimes she'll be like, oh, sometimes she'll be like, I know, I get it. I just didn't laugh.
So I do that shit too, knowing it's annoying,
Mhm.
but that's more joke for me. Like, I'm laughing.
You're enjoying
It's just
yourself.
cracking me the fuck up.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, you guys are the
And it's hard to stop it.
You
You
guys
know
are the-
you should,
but
it's
you
hard.
can't.
Yeah.
Y'all are the two funniest people I know.
Oh,
But-
well, thank you.
But your jokes sometimes do go over my head, and I'm just like, fuck. If I fake laugh, they're gonna call me out. If I don't laugh, they're gonna call me out. So either way, just be fucking prepared, because if you don't know, don't pretend. But you know what? Just look like I'm paying attention, but I'm not gonna lie.
That's funny. Well, I'll tell you for me, if I'm not making the joke to you, I don't care if you don't get it.
Got it.
So you don't have to fake laugh.
Mhm.
But if I'm making the joke to you,
Yeah.
you better ask some fucking questions if you don't get it.
Okay, I will take the guys making jokes and not getting it more than the dudes making movie references and not knowing what movie it's from. I
Oh.
despise the movie elitists that quote all these movies and just like, I can't believe you've never seen it, and now you're judging me because I don't know the line from the stupid ass movie that you and your
Right.
best friend watched when you were 7.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Yeah, that's whack. And we will quote movies, but for me, it's like, I hope she gets this. Damn, all right, she probably hasn't seen it. You haven't seen such a, oh, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
See, I appreciate that more than the joke, the quotes going back and forth, or you're constantly making that one line and it becomes your whole personality.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
This kind of
Grown men do that?
Grown men do it. I'm around grown men.
that's actually
and they do it
fucking
a lot.
dweebs.
That's crazy.
I love me some movies, but I don't think I do that.
Yeah.
As a kid, maybe. Fucking The Mask.
Mm.
Okay, well,
There's a lot of
look.
shit from that you just said all the time.
Let me be in a room full of Nacho Libre lovers, and we'll be
Oh, yeah,
fucking
that's fine.
quoting that shit all day, every
Yeah.
day, right? If I'm around Eric and Peter, the JK guys, David, an hour of Nacho Libre quotes, right? But this conversation takes me back to this girl I was talking to when I was still working at California Pizza Kitchen, and she like was obsessed with Anchorman, right? And this fucks me up now because I also maybe a year later watched Anchorman and also became obsessed and was
Right.
always watching it all the time. But when we were talking, I had never seen it, right?
Mhm.
And so she would be trying to throw quotes at me, trying to test if I was on her level with shit. Hold on, are you good?
Huh? I don't know what my phone is.
Look at my teeth. From treats to travel, good oral care habits can fall by the wayside over the holidays. You get lazy, you get stinky. Quip makes it easy to stay on track by delivering all the healthy mouth essentials you need for the season and beyond, okay? It's a lightweight and sleek design for adults and kids with no wires or a bulky charger to weigh it down, all right? A multi-use travel cover that doubles as a mirror mount for less clutter, and it has reusable handles in a range of sleek metal hues, including best-selling all black and all pink, as well as bright plastic colors to pop on your bathroom counter. Oh, I love it. Awarded one of Time's 25 best inventions. Trust me, you gotta try it, okay? Go to getquip.com/Tim right now for your first refill free. That's GETQUIP.com/Tim. Quip, the good habits company. Get you a Quip, get some good habits, clean your teeth, make sure your teeth are fresh. I mean, I might have pimples, but at least I got fresh teeth, all right? Hey, before you book any brunch reservation, before you get your little mimosas, you go over lists and lists of reviews, right? So why not do the exact same thing when you're looking for a doctor's appointment, okay? With ZocDoc, you can see real reviews from real people to help you find the right doctor in your network. Now, isn't that more important than some Eggs Benedict and some mimosas? ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them, okay? ZocDoc's mobile app is as easy as ordering a ride to a restaurant or getting delivery to your house. Search, find, and book doctors with just a few taps, okay? Find and review local doctors. Read verified patient reviews from real people who made real appointments. Now, when you walk into the doctor's office, you're all set to see someone in your network who gets you, who understands you. Go to ZocDoc.com/Tim and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your search for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours, okay? That's ZocDoc.com/Tim. ZocDoc.com/Tim. So,
You just distracted Tim so much he stopped his story.
I'm like, are you good, dog? So she would be throwing these quotes at me trying to see if we was on the same level, you know, like just little shit like, oh, you know, I don't know, the Human Torch was denied a bank loan, like real random shit from Anchorman. And then like, and I'd be like, oh, what? And she'd be like, nah, it's from Anchorman. And I feel like it was high key a reason why we stopped talking.
Probably.
That's funny.
But now I'm like looking back, I'm like, fuck, I love Anchorman, you know?
Yeah. But it can't be your whole thing, stupid girl.
You know, some people just, they find one thing and they make it their whole personality, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, guess what, y'all?
What?
I got professionally diagnosed as having ADHD.
Speaking of personalities.
Wow.
Personality disorders.
Yes. And
Wow,
also,
that
like,
explains a lot.
you know what? Honestly, whether you're making a joke or not, it really does.
Yeah, no, it explains too much. And I hate that it explains so much because he got an excuse now.
And that's, look, for me, the goal of getting this shit diagnosed, when I even brought it up to Chia for the first time, like,
Can we rewind?
Yeah. Oh, I brought this up before, haven't I?
Well, yeah, but just like the core reason of actually following through and seeing someone about it.
I mean, the core reason was, okay, initially, I was in Vegas for a shoot, right? And this dude I know named Martin, he came up to me and he was a part of the crew. And he was like, hey, man, we've been working with him for a long time, right? And he was like, yo, man, I just want to like apologize for if I was ever rude in the past because, you know, I just found out I have ADHD and I feel like it's really affected the way I am around people, blah, blah, blah. I didn't think this motherfucker was rude to me. I just thought like, that's just Martin being like Martin, right? But he felt like maybe in the past he had said some things or maybe acted in a way that was like standoffish or whatever. And he said his ADHD diagnosis really helped him understand a lot of things about why he does things that he does, right? And specifically, he said some things that really resonated with me. One thing being like, people would ask him to do like favors or whatever, and he would just forget. And they would tell him like, they would be like, oh man, you don't care. That's why you didn't do it, right? And that shit kind of hit home for me because like my whole life, mom, like whether it was chores or someone asking me to like, hey, can you pick up whatever from the store? I would just forget shit, right? And my mom specifically was always the one that was like, I'd be like, oh, I forgot. She's like, if you really cared, you wouldn't have forgotten.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I want to do this for you, right? It's not that I don't give a shit about what you want. I just fucking forgot. Like, I don't know what else to say that would explain it, right?
Mhm.
So him saying that shit was like, oh, do I have ADHD? And then the little shit, and then fast forward to recent shit, right? Where I would be forgetting to flush my poops, which was a big thing for Chia. Have we never talked about that?
We talked about
Yeah, we
it.
have. But I'm just thinking, I'm like, huh.
And she's like confused, like, what the fuck? How do you not flush your shits? I'm like, I want to fix this. I don't know what the
I want to
issue
turn
is.
around immediately when I'm done and hit the little handle.
You know what I'm saying? But so then I Googled that, and that was actually a thing for certain people with ADHD too. It's like, it's where,
A pamphlet.
yeah.
Do you forget to flush your shit?
Yeah, that's a video. So it's like a thing where little shit that you think you should be able to remember,
Right.
you just don't, right? And the more I kind of was like answering surveys about it and shit like that, it was little shit from the past with me and Rick over the years that began to click for me, right? Like, for example, one time we had a meeting with this dude AJ. It was a manager with a music group I was working with, and we were at this restaurant. And I remember vividly, like, while he was talking, we were having this meeting, I'm like cleaning up the table. I'm doing a lot of shit, and I can tell he's like visibly distracted by me doing shit, right? And then afterwards, Rick was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why were you doing that? I was like, oh shit, I don't know.
Oh.
And even as recent as like a few months ago, I was on a Zoom call with my tax lady, and we're on a Zoom call, and she's trying to explain some shit to me, and I'm like all over the kitchen cleaning shit to the point where as soon as I hung up, I was like, fuck, I was rude right now. And as it was happening, I didn't realize, you know what I'm saying? And then, well, like, as long as I've known Rick, and now that as long as I've been with Chia, now they kind of have, Rick and Chia kind of had this like ongoing like run inside joke where it's like, yo, Tim, what's the information for tonight's event? Are you sure? Did you read the whole thing? Because sometimes we'll get there and you forgot a really important detail. And it was like, wait a second, this makes sense, right? And it's other shit like, I was a really shitty server at California Pizza Kitchen. Like, I was.
The whole life is starting to come together now.
Honestly, right? And like, I was good with customers, but like, there's so many times where this motherfucker was asking me for ranch like 10 times, and I would just forget, right? And I feel like an asshole. So all that shit really began to click. And so I scheduled a real ass consultation, and she's like, and so here's the funny shit, right? I'm trying my hardest to focus on this woman's face during this meeting because I don't want to be like, a part of me was also like, because I'm having this meeting, am I forcing ADD? Like, am I looking at my phone on purpose and be like, hey, I have ADD? But then, so I'm like really focused. I'm like looking at her, even to the point where I put the mouse on her nose so I would just stare at it. So I was like looking at her face. You know what I'm saying?
So you're really trying to concentrate.
Yes, because I have when I'm on Zoom, especially, I kind of just look everywhere. And so she's like, so we're going through the call, and she's like, hey, so I do notice I do see like you kind of have trouble sitting still. And she's like, is that a difficult for you? I'm like, honestly, I'm concentrating so much on focusing on you. She's like, you are in the right place, my friend. And then I didn't want to do it, but at one point she said something, she was explaining shit to me, and I was like, can you say that one more time? And I'm like, wow, man. And she's like, yes, okay, so yes, this is what's happening. And it just made a lot of shit make sense for me. And Chia is a little like, okay, just in case, maybe get a second opinion, because I think she's very worried that I'm gonna use it as an excuse. And I don't want to do that. I just, it helps to understand the why. Right. And I feel like if I can make it better now that I know why, I want to do that, right? So yeah, man, fucking ADHD, bro.
Congrats.
Yeah, well, thanks. Let's start popping these pills.
Oh, man. Wait, how do you feel about that, though?
I'm a little nervous about it because I've never been on any type of medication ever. And like, I don't ever want to get to a point where I feel like I'm dependent on something, right? Because I mean, look, on the call, I'm like, look, I've done well for myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this was like a debilitating thing for me. It's just like annoying, right? Like little shit just kind of like, it's like this, I shouldn't not be flushing my shits. You know what I'm saying? Right. Oh, and she explained it to me. Okay, do you know how ADHD works?
No, I don't know the breakdown of it.
Okay, so here's the science of it. Oh, this is so lit. So, Indian style for this. So, she's like, let me tell you a story and let me ask you if this resonates for you, right? And she goes, imagine a young guy in school. The teacher tells him there's a test coming up, so you need to study 30 minutes every night before the test. He doesn't do it. Can't get himself to study. So the night before, crams for the test, passes the test. He thinks, oh, this worked. This is how I work. So from then on, always study the night before the test. Always wait till the last minute to do things because you just think, oh, you work well under pressure. That's how it is, right? So for someone with ADHD, which is what that kid had, right? You don't have the dopamine that a regular person has in your brain, okay? So when you're at that last night of before the test, right? You feel the like pressure and like the like, oh shit, I gotta do this, which raises your what is it when you're like adrenaline, which raises the dopamine, which makes you focus.
Okay.
So normal people that have the like appropriate amount of dopamine, you can focus just to focus. Like, I got some shit I gotta do, I'm gonna do it, right? But the people that lack the dopamine, it's like, it's kind of like, you're just on, your mind is elsewhere until you have to do it. And then your brain kicks in and boosts up your dopamine. You know what I'm saying? So that is the purpose of like some Ritalin or some Adderall to just kind of get you to a level where you would focus like a regular person would.
Got it. So you're a functioning person with ADHD.
Yeah. And she told me, she was like, look, man, there's no such thing as like an ADHD emergency. You know what I'm saying? She just kind of like, and when she was talking about the medication or whatever, she's like, you know, I just want you to be on a as needed situation. Like, if you're just on a vacation, you don't need to fucking have some Ritalin. You know what I'm saying? Just like relax. I was like, okay.
If you're gonna poop, you take that fucking Ritalin.
She is over here giving them daily doses of it.
Looks like I'm gonna be addicted to Ritalin.
Flush that poop.
That's interesting. The dopamine thing. So then, is that why you're such a pleasure seeker?
Shit.
Oh,
because
Tim likes to have fun.
I do.
And so that boost every time you're in those situations, you're getting a boost.
I mean, I do. I guess I do. You know, I mean, look, you know, y'all know I love just chilling as well, but I do enjoy the, you know, I like to pursue a nice kick of fun, a little injection of fun here and there. And maybe not say injection when we're talking about drugs. I don't know, man.
There's legal drugs that you can inject. Insulin.
There are other little like questions.
I might need that.
Let's just all get on chill.
It's a joke. Hopefully.
Like shit.
And there was
we're all getting checked out now. God damn it.
Well, fuck it, let's do it. There was a bunch of little questions too. It was like, oh, someone with ADHD probably waits to the last minute to pay all their bills, and I'm like, these are things, yes.
There are times where I hear people discussing like whether it's like, oh, I have bipolar disorder, I'm depressed, ADHD, or just things that can explain a lot about someone's personality. I listen and I'm like, oh man, I really should get seen by somebody someday to explain a lot. But it makes sense once you have a better understanding of why you do what you do and why so many people like to share it after. You ever notice I finally realize why I've been doing this, and then, like we were talking about, it makes it a part of their personality.
And I don't want to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's annoying, like pre my diagnosis.
That's hilarious.
And then I see why it could come off as an excuse when you're saying like everything is fucking because you're whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because most of the things that are attached to things like that are shit that just occurs with everybody.
Yeah.
It's the level at which it occurs that people get confused with. You know what I'm saying? So if you just forget your keys twice, and then you hear that, it's like, oh fuck, do I have it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, sometimes it's more so this is a reoccurring problem and it feels like something where you go get checked. But then sometimes it's a reoccurring problem and you have that shit, but you don't feel like anything. It's like, it happens. It's life. So it's difficult shit to navigate.
And look, like we said, right? Look, I'm a functioning, like successful person, and it's like
alcoholic.
And an alcoholic, and I think through the years I've just knew about myself. I'm a forgetful ass person. I always write shit down. I make lists and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But one of the main questions too for the pre-consultation was, do you start projects and like do you start projects and never finish them and start new ones without finishing them? And I'm like, well, yeah, we're working on an album for like 6 years. You know what I'm saying? and I just, I just didn't want to be one of those people that always just says like, oh no, I have ADD, I have ADD, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I just wanted to know, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now that I do, it's like, okay, this is helpful.
I think this is a good conversation because if you're on TikTok, you notice so many people discussing whether it's like a diagnosis of ADHD or something to do with whatever their therapist tells them, because everybody's going to therapy. And then you see a lot of people using these terms. So, oh, I didn't do this because I have ADHD, or, oh, this person is a narcissist because they do X, Y, and Z. So you start to see people diagnose other people because they're just trying to explain why somebody is doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that shit is dangerous, like for real. Because everybody's a narcissist now.
That word has lost all meaning for me at this
point.
point.
There's no.
Everybody's a narcissist. Everybody is gaslighting everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's gaslighting.
But like listening to Tim talk about his ADHD, of course, I've always thought about certain things. If I could go through the laundry list of shit that I forget all the time, or I think about different experiences where I could easily point a finger and be like, oh, that explains it. I could, but part of me still is in the phase of like, maybe I'm not ready yet to have somebody tell me all the shit that's wrong with me. So I can put a label on it because I know myself well enough to be like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of these things that I already have or have done, and it explains a lot. Maybe if I keep doing the work, and I wouldn't have to get to that point because I know for me, I'd be like hyper fixated on that. And I know like with therapy, there's certain behaviors that you have that are caused by certain traumas. And then a lot of people make that their identity as well.
Yeah.
Instead of kind of like working through it. I think therapy is amazing. Going and getting help is necessary for a lot of people. But others kind of can sit with themselves and be like, fuck, okay, I know why. Let me start making the changes to be the person that I want to be. And then if I'm hitting like a wall and I'm not getting a breakthrough, I think that's when I'll start going elsewhere for help.
I think that was kind of Chia's concern too, because she feels like she's like, babe, like, are you sure you want to start taking some type of meds? Like you've done an album before. Like obviously you can do this without the help of meds, right? But honestly, man, like, for one, like I said, I don't want to become depending on the meds, but also with the like being a dad shit now, like, and having to worry about that, and also like just trying to find time. Because before, I could make an album when I didn't have shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like where I feel like the only way I can really complete one of these projects is if I get my ass on a consistent schedule.
Yeah.
Like really, really do some consistent shit. It's like, okay, a little focus would be nice. Because if I'm sitting on my computer at 8 p.m., dog, and like for me to not just do everything else is going to be so difficult, you know?
Yeah. I mean, but now that you know, it might be easier.
Facts.
Because I too would say like, either a second opinion or try some different things before going with the medication. Because the medication works. And then you're going to like what it does.
Right.
And then if you're ever without it, you feel like,
I know, and that's what I don't want. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to get a second opinion. Let me tell you, here's my exact diagnosis. You want to hear it, Nikki Blaines? My specifically what this shit is, all right? What this lady said I had. If she knows what she's talking about.
All that going to school and getting them degrees.
Okay, specifically, she said I have ADHD combined, because there's like 3 things.
Okay.
She says hyperactive impulsive type ADHD, and also ADHD inattentive, which is formerly known as just ADD.
Huh. Okay. So the impulsive part.
Yes.
Never mind. So tell me more about Tim. Rick, I'm pretty sure you could have been in the room while Tim was getting diagnosed and sat there and looked at the lady. I've been preach that shit.
Say that, lady. Say that.
I have been the only thing keeping him on track for years.
So he's not impulsive, like super just, I'm gonna do this right now, right? But the dude be shit that he's like, I'm about to do this. What? No. What? Why would you do that? Think a little bit first. Like shit that's gonna get somebody in trouble.
Right.
Let's just say that. Like, Tim, no. But it'd be funny. Like, yes, it
Yeah.
would. But then everyone dies. Like, fucking stop.
Speaking of funny,
Mm.
do you feel
Mm.
that your creativity and your sense of humor comes from your ADHD?
So I feel like maybe, because I mean, conversationally, right? Like, I do think it's funny where, you know, I say some random shit sometimes because that's where my brain goes, and I think, you know, especially if I'm trying to have a funny conversation, like if I'm doing a podcast, like especially with David, like ours is more like we're really talking about some shit.
Yeah.
Me and David are more like spitballing jokes,
Right.
you know. So when we're doing that, and I can say some shit out of left field, which catches him off guard and makes him laugh, I like the way that works, right?
Is that your like dopamine kick every time somebody laughs?
I mean, getting laughed at from somebody is definitely a dopamine kick, right? And real quick, in the video she played me too, it's like some of the positives of ADHD is like, yeah, like a lot of people in the entertainment business have it because, you know, it's like you're thinking about so many things, and also like you can be good at a lot of things, and you're really attractive, and but yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, and I don't know for sure, but yeah, maybe it does add something to my personality. Like, let's say I do start taking these fucking pills, and then I'm like, wow, I don't feel like me. Then I'm off the shit. Right? She is just gonna have to deal with my shits in the toilet because like if the shit changes who I am and who I feel I am, then yeah, that would be an issue for me for sure.
Interesting. Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast.
It's lovely to have you guys here. We're gonna have a discussion today about one thing and one thing only. We're gonna stay on topic the whole time.
Guess what, guys? Dicks.
Help you.
It's still the same content.
Still the same
Just
topic.
chill.
Focused.
So
this tall girl.
Yeah, I used to hook up with this one girl, and beautiful woman.
I'm sure you guys have heard the bucket story before, but we're gonna do it again.
We're gonna talk about it because I remembered it, so I'm gonna have to tell you now.
Well, yeah, man, that's the newest development in my life. You know, we'll see
You have any advice to somebody who's thinking that they have it? Should they try to take care of it themselves before seeking help, or?
I mean, okay, so look, I've asked Twitter too, like, hey guys, if anybody has been diagnosed as ADHD as a grown ass person, like, what is your experience with that? This is before I talked to the professional, and it was a lot of people in my mentions, and there were people who said yes, the medication really kind of helped me, just focus on different parts of my life where like I was all over the place before, and now, you know, I get shit done, right? And there were also people who were like, you know what, I didn't need medication, I didn't want medication. Knowing that I had it helped me put in different, I don't know, like habits that would just like, you know, help you get where you need to go now that you know what the issue is, right? And so, you know, what was the question? The original question?
Do you have any advice?
Advice. See, now that's
He didn't
funny,
take
right?
it today.
He don't have it yet.
You don't have it yet.
Here's the thing.
But I wonder what would happen if he did take it. Would he
It's
finish?
gonna be a little weird.
It is going to be a little weird because that moment is like, oh, that's Tim.
It's funny because that's the
And
thing
it's
too. Because
funny.
I've definitely done that in past episodes,
Totally.
right? But now it's like, okay, wait. Oh,
no.
Sir, my ADHD is kicking in.
Yeah, I know.
Is that what you're
God, I
gonna
do
say?
not want to be that guy.
Oh, okay. We're
Okay,
gonna count-
challenge.
Okay.
Never mention ADHD again
I'm
after
done.
this episode.
done.
Well,
And every time you do, as an extra $100 for me and Nikki.
Yeah, we'll start applying. You guys keep track. Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking about on the show?
Yes. On the
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because I gotta have a whole ass conversation with David about it.
Yeah,
on
no,
RJ.
that's fine.
But then,
No, here.
well, I'm not taking that bet
because I'm gonna forget. Because I'm not gonna take my Ritalin.
He spent $500 and he said, "Look, I got 5 of these things."
But
Let me
also,
go.
coming with having a new disease
Oh my
is all the
God.
perks of being able to joke about it.
Yeah.
But now we want some money, so so we're gonna
Oh,
benefit
man.
off
Well,
of your
it's
situation.
funny that you even say that because Chia made me pay her $100 every time I forgot to flush my shits. She's up like 600, bro.
Girl, she gonna start hiding your pills.
She's gonna start shitting. Look what you did.
Look what you did. Fuck, Tim over here forgetting to flush his shit again.
She go to all the toilets in the house. That's
That's
400. That's 400.
I mean, this shit is so bad. You took shits and didn't. Not only did you forget to flush, you forgot you shit.
You just shit in all the bathrooms now, Tim.
Oh,
Pick
fuck.
one bathroom and stick to it.
She's like, Mama needs a new purse.
That would be so
All
funny.
the cabinets are open. Everything you forgot to close.
Oh
Just
my god.
wow.
Yeah, man.
But
we'll
you were
see.
talking about advice.
Oh, what advice would I have?
I don't know. I just got the shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess because the professional asked me for me to get to a point where I seek professional help. She's like, is it hindering my work?
Yeah.
Or what is the reason that I felt like I needed to get professional advice? And for me, and she's like, it's probably why you dropped out of college, right? It makes sense. I'm like, not really. I just was trying to go be famous, right?
Yeah.
But I think she told me a lot of people that do feel like, you know, it is hindering their performance at work or whatever. That's why they're like, something is wrong with me. I can't focus. I can't get shit
It's
done.
kind of like after they've done all the self-help, they've read the books, they've tried the different organizers, doing all
Right.
that, then they finally,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And for me, like it doesn't necessarily hinder my work unless we're talking about like the big projects that I've been bullshitting on, right? But that it was just something where it was like, you know what? I do feel it mainly was the conversation I had with Martin,
Yeah.
right? And I wanted some clarification. Advice from me about this shit. Yeah, man. Look, I feel like like the lady said, if you feel like you're at a point where this is not normal and and it's more than just, hey, I'm forgetting a couple things here and there, and yeah, it's hindering your work or even your personal life. Like it really was, as funny as the shit conversation is with Chia, like it really was frustrating at one point where she was like, dude, where she was like getting angry, and I brought up, well, maybe it's this ADHD shit, and she was like, dude, like stop making excuses. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to find a solution because I don't know what my issue is.
Shit.
I don't want to leave poop in the toilet. I really don't. Like, I'm sorry about this.
Such a funny thing to say
Really
in a serious
is.
tone.
I know. Like,
But that's like the breaking point. Like I kept
Yeah.
forgetting to flush the toilet.
like I don't feel good about this shit.
I'm ashamed.
Yeah, I literally, you know, I'm like, baby, I don't want to be this guy, you know, and that was part of it, you know. So
So funny. For the record, we're not this insensitive. It's just
No,
Tim.
it's Tim.
no, it's funny because it's me, 100%.
But the
man.
fact that we have to clarify that,
No, that's something wrong with us. On that one.
I'm just saying, it's just him.
When I was telling Rick all the questions for the survey before the consultation, he was like, "Oh, you got that shit."
Absolutely. 1,000%.
Rick, you would be a phenomenal therapist.
I would get in trouble as a
I know.
therapist.
It would be, I mean, your license would be revoked from
Yeah.
you after your first client, but I think that you would be great at it.
I give sessions.
You do. I think
My entire life, Tim can attest to this.
Yeah.
I always meet the women who need therapy,
Yes.
do.
and I end up being their therapist.
And how's that
Then I
make you
fuck
feel?
'em and that's why.
That's why he
I would
can't
not
go and
keep
get
my
a
license.
Oh, okay, but now here's what's great, right? The difference in me and Rick's brains, specifically when it comes to helping people that need advice, right? And I don't know if this is me being an asshole and not giving a fuck, or it's the ADHD. But we've touched on this before, where we'll run into the same person who will hit me up and we wanted to have a serious talk, and I'll be like, damn, man, that's crazy.
That's
All right.
crazy.
All right,
What
man.
you about to do?
Yeah.
You just lack empathy because of your ADHD. You're just gonna throw it at that now.
Well, you know what? I lack the empathy because I don't have the energy to sit there and listen to you talk about some shit I don't care about.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's better because
I don't think
if
it's
you
the
were to ever
ADHD.
hear the things that those people are trying to say, but you do it the way you
Really?
do it, you'd be an asshole.
Oh,
But
damn.
you sent us a TikTok the other day that was like an explanation of why you gravitate towards
Oh yeah, you
women that
did.
need advice or some shit, right?
Oh yeah, but we'll get to that. But
Okay.
it's dudes too that
Mm.
come to me with
Right,
that type of
right,
shit.
right.
It's weird though. But yeah, I don't remember what that was.
It pretty much was
Something
a
about your mom though.
yeah. It's almost like the same thing that Tim did when you have a realization of like, why do I keep doing the same thing
Yeah.
over and over. And the root of it was it had to do essentially like I'm just generalizing it, mommy issues. There was something to
pretty
do with your
much. It was like something subconsciously trying to fix something for these women that you didn't see be fixed for your mother.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. Yeah. And that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, for
A
sure.
ton of sense.
After you saw that and it connected, do you feel yourself being aware of that when you talk to new people?
Okay, so here's the thing, right? I don't want to say too much.
Ooh.
For a very long time, I was aware of the type of women I wanted to stay away from.
Okay.
Right?
Mhm.
I would still fucking therapize these women. Just, I don't know, like it's in my nature.
Yeah.
Is that not the
What?
verb? Therape. If you're a therapist, you therape.
He's not wrong.
Is that?
But he ain't right.
I don't think you're supposed to say. I don't know. It just sounds wrong. Don't ever say that again. Just like I don't care if that's the exact term. Just don't use it publicly or while on camera.
Therap.
Therapize.
Therapize.
I will stick with
Therapize.
But yeah, when I would see glimpses of certain shit, I'm like, okay, no.
Right.
Romantically.
Yeah.
I might still smash.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not about to date this chick.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't really a thing where I was like attracted to it and okay, I'm gonna put all my eggs in this crazy fucking basket right here, right? But some women are really good at hiding that shit until you're already in there.
Literally.
Yeah. My problem was
crazy.
pretty much.
Just look down.
Like, what?
By the way, I'm fucking nuts. I got daddy issues. I have ADHD.
Listen.
And I chose you for a reason.
Listen, if it happened like that,
Rick's
I'm
like,
done.
I'll go to school. I'll help you, baby. I'll help you.
Fuck, that would suck. But yeah, so once you're already in there and then that shit comes out, for me, it's really hard to be like, oh, nah, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Now I'm like, I have to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I already knew not to.
Okay. Yeah.
But if I end up getting caught in the situation and then I find out, it's hard to leave. So now I understand I have to take way more time before fucking somebody.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
And it works because there's been a cool little amount of she's dope. And then some time goes by without fucking you're like, oh, you're another one. Get out of here.
You're like this. Damn it, Rick.
I mean, that was the beauty of the one night stand days, right? It's like
when you knew you had a problem, you just ignored it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's your impulsiveness.
It wasn't even. Well, my problems.
That's your impulsiveness.
This is about me not having to deal with other people's problems.
Yeah, that's true.
Get in, get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tim does not fuck with your problems.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
true.
don't. Unless
he wants to have a good time, be happy.
I don't
fun.
fuck with your
He ain't
problems.
got no dopamine. I got enough for everybody until I don't.
And hey, look, here's the thing, right? It's not that I don't empathize or I don't care about someone's issues, but it's like unless it's someone I genuinely care about,
Right.
I don't feel like I want to expend energy on your problem.
And I don't think that's ADHD. I think that's
No,
just
I'm not even talking about that anyway.
No, but I think like that's just being.
It could be though.
I mean, yeah, you could probably attribute some of it, but really, that's like, look, you don't want to waste energy on conversations or hearing somebody repeat themselves and knowing they're never going to change. So you're not feeding into it. It's almost like you're not giving them an excuse.
But if the lack of dopamine is a real thing in the ADHD, that makes even more sense to me. Because when you're somebody who doesn't have that, life is a struggle, right? Whether you know it or not. I'm not saying your life is a struggle. But if you have negative energy coming at you, no matter what it is, it can bring you down easily. So if you already have a deficient amount of dopamine and then you got this motherfucker coming telling you all of their sad shit, it just makes it worse for you.
Yeah.
For me, like you've heard secondhand the shit that the women I know are going through.
A lot of crazy shit.
But for me, it doesn't fuck me up to hear it and try to help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel the negative energy. I don't get taken down by it. So it's easier for me to just step into that role of helper, friend type shit.
So you just made an interesting point to me, right? Because I am a happy person, right? Look, when I say that to y'all, I'm not putting on a front, okay? You know, they'll say sometimes the funniest people are the saddest and most depressed because they got to spend all their time making other people happy. That's not the case for me. I am a very happy person.
Yeah.
But what you just made me think about is maybe a big part of that is because I don't let shit.
You make the right choices.
I don't let the exactly. I don't let the negative shit near me enough to fucking penetrate my happy armor. You feel me? Because maybe at the end of the day too, maybe it is. If we're talking about the dopamine shit, it is. Maybe it's easy. It would be easy to bring me down, right?
Yeah.
But I don't let it.
Yeah.
I wonder how many girls right now are watching this and saying, empath, say empath.
Oh, God, no. Ooh, that's like, I have to work out. For me, like I have to work out.
Okay.
I need to work out. I don't function well without it. There's something that it does and it releases on a chemical level that makes me function better because I'm not a happy person. I'm more of a sad person. I kind of can live in that sadness. I've created from it. That's where a lot of my empathy comes from. And then some of the shit that I've gone through, of course, like combine that. But depression for me was like, that's real. And if I do not work out, I sink and I fall and I get stuck. And there's nothing anybody can tell me or do that will make me be able to get out of it. I'm functioning, but I'm just sad. And I remember when I was trying to figure out like, what the hell is the problem? And I looked at what I wasn't doing and I wasn't working out. And I know that I can't handle anything really without that fix. It's like connected to everything else. And it's such a chemical thing that I am the happiest when I'm working out. I am the friendliest. I'm the most confident. I'm all of that. And that's because whatever's being released is happening there. And then it will carry on to everything else. But when I take that away, then you try to look for it in other places. That's where the drinking, that's where the going out, that's the venting, the crying, like all that stuff. So
the one night stand.
We're not talking about that. That's not
that's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
It's okay for me to do that every night.
I am but I'm not every single night. That's how we got to this point. But I'm not impulsive. Like I'm not impulsive. I am one of those people that I get like buyer's remorse. I do not. That's the last thing. I'm an overthinker.
Oh, word?
I can. Oh my God. I still have the same car for a reason. I've had this car for so long and I've had so many opportunities to change it. I just can't do it because I have a weird feeling every time I buy something big. I regret it instantly, but that stems from growing up. Like that's some other issue that has to do with like how I was raised and whatever. But yeah, then after
you saying buyer's remorse made me realize my thought process is always I gotta get this now or else it's gonna be gone forever.
No, I don't think that at all. My mind tells me that it's gonna be there, and if I really want it, then I'll go get it, and I won't feel bad when I do. But I'm the type of person. I had a pair of shoes on the background of my computer, like on my background, for months, and I couldn't bring myself to buy it, even though I had the means, the money wouldn't be missing, none of that. And I just couldn't do it. And then when I finally got it, I was like, what the fuck took me so long? Like that's, to me, I'm like, that's such a strange thing to have, but I save money that way. So I don't want to fix that problem yet.
Man, nothing wrong with that. I don't know if I'm a happy person or not. Like I can't tell what I am. I just know shit don't shake me often. Right?
Yeah.
Like it has to be either some really fucked up shit for me to feel it or some really dope shit for me to feel it. And I think that kind of works for the position I play in other people's lives.
You're a very balanced person.
You are.
And you're a Libra also.
We made it real long into this episode before throwing any zodiacs. I mean, Rick did drop the empath.
Only thing that I ever agreed with when it comes to astrology.
With astrology.
Because I've noticed that about me damn near my whole life. I'm pretty fucking balanced.
And to go back to what you were...
for fitness.
Except for fitness. Yeah, Rick just be stumbling all over the place.
That scale is all the way off. He said,
exactly.
I'm over here. He's like, you know what? It's It's okay. I don't have to be good at everything. I don't gotta be centered all the time.
Pause real quick. So that was a setup for you to make that joke, and Nikki got it.
Hey, let's go.
I didn't have to.
Oh man. Good shit.
Thanks.
To go back to you just being like, okay, like you said, right? You said you wouldn't necessarily call yourself a happy person.
Yeah.
Because you look at Rick and he's not like because people tell me all the time, fucking Carlos Miller specifically was like, we was talking about when he was talking about me, he was like, my guy Tim always smiling, right?
Yeah.
But you look at Rick, and I know Rick is a positive dude for the most part, right? But you're not fucking smiling all the time, right?
No.
But I've known Rick for so long, and you've been through some shit.
Mhm.
And I specifically, I have a screenshot from you of a conversation we had when Rick had just been through some bullshit, and I'm like, and he was just making jokes, and I was like, bro, how props to you for not letting the bullshit affect you like this and get you down. You still making jokes. He's like, look, man, the way I look at it is, if I can go through this shit and I'm still here and I'm still like, just living life, then what the fuck I gotta be like sad about, I was like, oh man, that's amazing.
I think you're very self-aware. That's one thing I will say about you is that you're extremely aware of yourself, like your thought process. You know how to interact with other people, your understanding of like what you give off. You're not oblivious to how people view you too.
Yeah.
You kind of just know.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the confidence comes from too. Because when I think of you, I think of confidence.
You saying I'm not cute? You saying I gotta be confident in others?
You gotta. Very few people are just comfortable in their skin. Let's be honest. If I see a man with a 6-pack, I'm thinking you're a little bit insecure.
That's hilarious.
You're a little insecure if you got a 6-pack.
You gotta work out every night,
right? As somebody who is constantly trying to flatten their stomach, I know if I feel insecure sometimes, your ass is real insecure.
So damn, Rick, you must be so secure.
Hey, I'm secure as fuck.
Look at that. He said, "You see this, baby? This security. You like this confidence I got right here?
So you want one of them insecure little niggas
Right?
over there? That nigga probably got mirrors in his house, girl. Shit.
I ain't seen myself in weeks. I just know I look good.
Spell mirror, bitch.
That's hot. Oh damn.
Oh man, that's funny. This is a good Nikki episode.
Yeah. You finished your thought, right?
I'm done now. That was just so funny. I'm gonna leave it right there.
well, shit.
Sometimes you don't even gotta pick it up. Leave it.
Well, thank you, America. Good night. That's our time. Thank you for watching another episode of the No Chaser podcast. We hope this was
It was informative.
I
Thanks
think
for
so.
opening up about, this is serious. A lot of people are going through this. They don't know why they do some of the things they do.
Yeah.
And this might be something that helps someone go and get the help they need, or realize like, hey, I'm not the problem. You're the problem.
shit, maybe. You know what, man? Fuck that. We're never the problem. Y'all are the problem. So thank you for watching another episode of the No Chaser podcast. And thanks for listening. We appreciate you. Like, comment, share, subscribe. GoodieBrand.com.
Yep. Superb on the feet right there.
Superb on the feet.
Cycle complete.
Motherfucking Blades Caddy Club.
A Blades Caddy Club, Bites with Blades. Check that out. All those things. Go to the YouTube. There's stuff up there.
Our Cash App is in the
Right.
down below if you feel like donating.
Yeah.
We got like
see,
$200 in there.
every time the foot comes out, y'all better pay. That's what I'm gonna start doing now. Whoop.
Bang. All right, y'all. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
All right.